So, for anyone who is unaware of your work, I guess we can just get straight into the current game that you actually, released.
Yeah,
Because I think the last time you were on here, were you working on Crafty County back then, or was it?
y- yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was working on Crafty Country back then. So the thing is, when I was working on Crafty County,
Mhm.
I knew that you had to expect more work than you think you will have to do.
Mhm.
But the scales were not good in my evaluation.
Mhm.
um yeah, you have to expect like way more work than what you will think, because at some point on Crafty Country I was like, wait, if I want to finish this game, now that I see the scope, I see how things work,
Mhm.
I think there's like 2 years of full-time work on this, on
Right.
top of what I already spent. So I had multiple choices. I could try to get funding and commit for 2 more years on this project, or I could, but that will be my first project that I will release,
Mhm.
or I could try to release other stuff that will have a smaller scope, so that I can technically get through them by myself, because I'm
Mhm.
on a shoestring budget, so I cannot really at this point employ anybody. Or
Mhm.
I have friends that help me with some stuff, but they are not working on on my games.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then, so this project is called Fallacy Quiz.
Mhm.
And this is funny how it happened, because at first I received a message
Mhm.
telling me that my Google developer account is going to be terminated because I was inactive for too long,
Right.
because I had a developer account to publish apps.
Mhm.
So I was like, what should I do? Should I publish something on the like an app, so that I can keep my account up and running?
Mhm.
And at that time I was really interested about cognitive biases.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, I I wanted to make maybe a video series about that on my French channels that are not like dev related, or stuff like that. And then I was like, hey, it could be the perfect match. I could make a quick quiz app about that stuff.
Mhm.
Then I rushed to get something running, and then it completely transformed, because I ended up ignoring entirely the um, the app requirement. It's not going to be an app at all in the end. My Right now my Google account is being terminated.
I didn't even know they cleaned out old accounts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They want me to. They have insane requirements for uh like for staying there.
Mhm.
But at this point I was like, at this point the game, I was really interested with this game, and the fact that the scope was way smaller. It's a quiz game,
Mhm.
meant that I could go full crazy mode. I'm ambitious about it, and that's what I like. And so this little prototype that was ready in 2 months or so was expanded a lot. And I thought I was able to release it
Mhm.
like 2 or 3 months ago. I even sent you a DM like,
Mhm.
hey, my game is going to be out in 2 weeks or something,
Mhm.
so maybe you can talk about it. But yeah, now it's going to finally be out on Steam on December 19th. So I have finally a date, so that's really cool.
Mhm.
And yeah, it expanded a lot. The game is in 3D, with hand-drawn stuff in it, with a virtual 3D book inside it. to have access to definitions, and there's a local co-op, local multiplayer mode, 4-player, full controller support. Things adds up quickly when you want to make things correctly. So we can talk if you want about how long each features took, but yeah. So the game was released in beta state on itch.io, and got a lot of interest because it was put in front page, featured. So it's really refreshing to have eyeballs and people getting you feedback. It's a lot of new stuff I experienced as a developer, because before that I was working on stuff that no one played, and now like 400 people got the beta.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I think
that's
the
pretty
first
cool.
thing that like instantly sticks out with this is like the art style is very, very striking. Like for anyone just listening, basically as you're going through each of the questions that are being asked, there's like some guys that are basically like cut out with paper being held up with like popsicle sticks, and they're as if
Yeah,
like having a conversation. And it looked
yeah,
like
like
I've never seen. There might be another game that uses a style like this, but I certainly haven't seen anything like this before.
yeah, like little paper puppets
Mm-mm-mm.
with illustrations. I have maybe 100, more than 100 illustrations made. Um, Now it's going to be a feature, it's made by a human. So yeah, I have 100 illustrations, and there are 200 questions. Each questions, you have 2 illustrations that show up.
Uh-huh.
So I have enough illustrations so that they are always topical to the question. um, and that way you have some context just looking at the little pictures.